All right, everyone, welcome back. Today, Monday, we're going to go through what today's going to be like, which we got chest. I got to do my own check-ins today as well. So we're going to take you through that. Best way to get an accurate check-in every time, that's something important that you need to send to your coach so he can have the same variables every time. We're not allowing too many external factors to manipulate the look or the weight. Off season's not as much of a big deal, obviously, as prep, but you want to get in a good routine with it anyway. So for me and most people, that's going to be wake up, go to the bathroom, or wake up, give yourself 5-10 minutes, whatever, go to the bathroom, piss and shit if you can, take your fasted weight, and then for me, straight after, drink 500 mils of water, get hydration going for the day, and then take the video for my check-in. For me, today, because I've got clients on prep, at the moment, I am tending to them first. So I'll wake up, check my weight and stuff like that. But before I take my videos, I'll make sure all my prep guys have gotten back to and they know what they're going to do for the day and the next following days. And then we'll go do my photos. But first up, let's check the weight. All right, so 116. I actually expected to be a little bit lighter. I ate pretty late last night. I ended up staying up late to finish my meals, so it was a little bit more heavier than I expected. But that's pretty much what happens if you're not consistent. So right now, I'm just on my level. I'm in level 22, and I'm getting the elevator down to the gym floor where I'll take my check-ins there. And we'll run through a round of posing, and I'll basically just screenshot from a video. So I'll record myself doing a round, and then I'll screenshot from that, which is what I'll send to Justin and tell him, how we're doing for the week. Elevators here. And we need our little card to go to the gym floor. So I've got the arm session as well today, but I probably won't film that one. We'll just film the chest session I'm going to do now. So we'll go do this check-in, go home, eat, have first meal, then head into the chest session. And we'll probably just leave it there. I'll have to go back and do arms tonight like I did in my last vlog as well, but I'm going to do some back that I'll film this week as well. I've had a few people message me say they want to see me do a back day, so I'll do that, but that's at the end of the week, so I'll have to wait a week for it. All right, we're here. There's a multi-purpose room back there as well. There's a few people in there. There's a couple people in this gym too, but I'll just walk you through it. Right, luckily no one was up here. This is like a little studio room, which is perfect for check-ins. So we'll set the camera up right here, facing me obviously, and that's how we'll run through it. So this is how we'll set up the check-ins. Now, I've got a tripod, it's set up at about hip height. I'm fully in the frame. Usually I wouldn't have to be this far back because you'll take it in portrait. You'll have the phone fucking up vertical, which means I don't have to stand as far back. But if you're taking check-ins for a coach, just fucking do this. The tripod was 30 fucking dollars. At absolute least, set it up somewhere and walk back and find some decent fucking lighting. Like, do not send your coach a fucking selfie or a random fucking photo at some stupid height or something, right? Like, just pay to actually have a decent setup so your coach has something consistent to look at every week. That's the other thing. Not doing it in different spots every week as well. And that's how you do it. Fasted, you wake up, take your weight, piss, shit, take your weight, then have a little bit of water, and then take your check-ins. Don't do this massive routine before your check-ins and make the variables all skewed. So we'll just run through it. I usually wouldn't wear a hat, obviously, but I want to keep the mic on. So we'll run through it, around, and then that's what will be screenshotted and sent to Justin. Right. All right, there we are. Let's have a look. All right, you guys know what it's time for. Cornflakes with rice milk and coconut water with aminos before we train. Get this down and then see you at the gym.
So I don't know if you saw on the screen when I walked in, but it's got a facial recognition screen, and my membership was up today, so it didn't recognize me. It was like stranger, and and I had to talk to the debts and tell them they'll pay tonight because I didn't bring any fucking cash with me. But if you're wondering like what the prices are here as well, it's no cheaper than Australia, man. It's $80 for the month, so $20 a week to come here. So it's a very good gym, obviously, which is it's about 2,000 baht. So obviously that is going to change depending on the exchange rate, but for me it is about $80. So I'll pay that tonight when I come back for arms. But yeah, this is our first exercise for today. A cable fly variation. This is a really good machine, the Free Motion brand. It's got some fat grips on it today too, so interesting. Feels good though. A couple sets on here to warm up before we get into our working weight. Now, because this doesn't go all the way back, and you can see I hit the bottom there, when you can't get a super deep stretch, you just need to alter your form to be able to get that, because that's still a massive priority, especially in chest training. So all I'm going to do is bend my arms a little bit more, and that's going to stretch your chest more. So if I'm out there, like, that's not hard at all to hit the bottom. But once I'm in here, that's actually stretching me quite a bit now. And then I'll just push through on the concentric part of the rep. But sometimes you just need to bend your elbows a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on what machine or movement you're doing, to be able to accommodate a really deep stretch. But for now, obviously I'm just warming up anyway, getting a few reps in, getting some blood in the chest. Want to make sure my shoulders feel good before I get into any working weight. I like to slowly build up to the working weight anyway. I don't like to jump there pretty quick. Just on my first movement, I like to do, I'll probably do like 3 sets before I start my working weight. Just slowly getting heavier and heavier each set. It's actually a pretty hard movement, so I don't have a lot of weight to do on this anyway, so it doesn't take as long. But yeah, it depends on the movement. If you start with a Smith incline press and you're getting pretty strong at it, something like that's probably going to take a little bit more time to build up to that top weight, rather than an isolation movement that's pretty difficult and you don't have to use a lot of weight. So as you can see, I've got the this big pad behind me. Now, that, again, is just to get more of a stretch. Obviously, that's not always an option at your gym. So if you want to be able to do something like this, you can use a roller. Pretty much every gym should have a roller, and just put it against the pad. And you can use like the booty bands that they have, wrap that around the seat with the roller. That'll pretty much create the same effect. That actually works a little bit better because you can really wrap your shoulder blades around it as you stretch. I'm just going to do my last warm-up set now before we do our first working set. Pretty sure I've just got 2 on this today. I have to double check, but I'm going to rest pause it as well. So one thing that you should be doing is not rushing your warm-up sets. You want to take them seriously, like they are your proper working sets, because you want to get the execution down. You want to make sure you're feeling the movement properly and you're going through the right form and execution, so that when you come to your working set, it's just the same thing again. You don't want to come in here and just rush it and throw weight around just to go to your working weight and completely do it differently. So that was actually somewhat hard, And you might be wondering why I'm going to rest pause this. And it's purely because as we go through our mesocycle and as we increase our stimulus over the weeks, one of those points of stimulus is volume, right? So I need to do more volume, or I need to create more stimulus than what I've done in the weeks prior before I get to my stage where I need to take a deload. So as I'm progressing, I'm increasing volume because I want to keep getting sore after every workout. I want to make sure I've stimulated myself enough to actually get sore after my workout. And obviously, we want to be able to recover from that. But if you're not getting sore at all, you maybe just revisit things and think, okay, what could I have done? So the first week I came in and did 2 sets on this. And I was sore as fuck. And I was like, okay, I was real sore. I probably don't need to do any more than that for next week. Came back next week, I was sore again. Week 3 comes around, which was, I believe, last week, and I didn't get sore. I was like, I kept the same volume because I was getting sore, and I've just adapted to that now. So it's like, okay, I've recovered from that fine. Let's push it a little bit further. So I added some sets here and there around the workout, or just overall adding sets to my chest. And now I've gone, okay, well, we're coming to the end couple weeks before I need to deload where stimulus is going to get quite high. So I'm going to add in a rest pause set here to just take that set further. And guarantee you I'm going to be fucking sore after this workout because of that. So I know that may seem confusing and people might be thinking, well, fuck, how do I know how to do this for myself? And honestly, just be self-aware of your workouts. Just finish your workout and go, was that hard? I hope that you're finishing your workouts going, yeah, that was fucking tough. That was difficult. If you did, good work. And then just analyze, okay, like, did I recover from that fine, or am I still a little bit sore? If you recovered the next day, or if the next day you're a tiny bit sore, but you're pretty much okay, then the day after you're good, and you're going to wait another 5 days before you train it, either do one of two things. Add a set or a couple or an exercise, add an exercise in for that muscle group. So for now it's chest, somewhere else in a couple days, or think about doing some more volume on that day that you trained to make sure you're actually stimulating it enough. If you recovered after 1 day in that muscle, you probably could have done a little bit more. All right, first working set. Oh. Felt like it was ripping off my chest. That's what you want. So yeah, I've just got 2 sets, and I'll do a rest pause after this one. So it's my second working set here. I'll rest pause it, and I'll move on. You might notice I give myself a little bit of time as well between sets. And yeah, it's to fully recover. Now, when I say fully recover, I mean typically cardiovascularly, since you're not puffed. Since you're not puffed and it's not burning anymore, you're pretty much good to go again. So those will vary on different muscle groups. Like when I do arms later tonight, I don't really take much rest. I literally do a set, drop it. No, like, it took me like 30 seconds, 45 seconds to get my breath back, because you're not really out of breath at all. And then just go again. As soon as the burn goes, just go again. By that point, if your breath is recovered and the burning sensation in the muscle is gone, you're pretty much good to go again without sacrificing performance. Because if you wait too long, in my opinion, you're not being as intense as you should be. Now, I don't know how much scientific data there is behind, the difference between, like I said, going just as soon as you're recovered, or waiting like 10 minutes between every set. And theoretically, you'd perform that set better. I don't know what the different results of that would be, but we've just seen too many time and time again that the best bodybuilders are the ones that just get in and fucking go after it. So for me, also, it's just about work ethic in general. Like, if you're not in there fucking wanting to fucking train and wanting to rip in, then it's like, are you really going to do that well anyway? Are you really going to give it your all? And I think people that are here giving this their all, loving what they're doing, they're the ones that don't end up waiting too long, because they're just keen to fucking smash out. They want to feel like they're actually working hard, With that being said, though, if it takes you 5 to 10 minutes to catch your breath back and stop the burning sensation, then do that, which is typically what we do on legs. I'll definitely take a 5 to 10 minute break between hack squat sets. So I do want to be able to perform the set as best I can, but if you do, fucking preacher curl, and you wait 10 minutes but you're recovered after 30 seconds, does it really make that much of a difference? I feel like you just lose your pump. That fell off. Literally unscrewed itself. All right, well, anyway. Hopefully that stays on. Oh, that's me done here with some incline Smith now. Let's go do it. Right, I'm going to take this chair away because I don't like it. But it doesn't have any fucking wheels. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, come here, you fucking Piece of shit. Much better. There we are. Better incline. So I've talked about this before, but yeah, I much prefer a lower incline, as I just get a lot more out of it. I struggle a lot with getting shoulder engagement, or getting them involved when I don't want them to. In a lot of my chest movements, so all my incline stuff, I set it to lower inclines, so I don't deal with it as much. I mean, it's inevitable it's going to get a little bit by the end of the workout, but if I can prolong it as long as possible and prolong it as much as possible, I'm happy. Look forward a little bit. Now, funny thing is, I actually have to set the spotters up on this because it sometimes sticks and you actually can't turn it. So like sometimes the twisting will get stuck and I won't be able to re-rack it. And I don't want to be caught in that situation. Forward a little bit more. Yeah, see, I'm safe here if I can't re-rack it. It's very sticky to turn. All right, just going to go straight to putting on 2 plates. Chest is obviously warm by this point. The annoying thing about this gym, as much as I love it, is they have plates that are pounds and kilograms. And so what that means is, they'll have they'll have a 20 kilogram plate, but then they'll also have a 45-pound plate. And 45 pounds is not perfectly 20 kilograms. So sometimes you'll pick up 20 and then you pick up a 45, which is like 20.5 kilos. And you're like, okay, it's not the worst thing in the world, but if one week you use 320s, the other week you use 320.5s on each side, that adds up to an extra 3 kilograms. And you might think you might get an extra rep, think you've progressed, and you haven't. So I've actually been tracking everything in pounds while I've been here because it's just easier. Yeah, no, that bottom one's too low. I want to start my set in the middle of a press. So we actually put some 15 kilo plates on, as that was what I have to do. So Yeah, it's technically, I track it as 130 kilos because that's what it would be on a normal bar. Obviously, it's not that here on a Smith, but that's just how I remember it. So if it tells me I lift 140, I know that's 3 plates, even though it's wrong. But what I'll move to is tracking weight per side, like I do on machines. So on a machine, when I track, I don't say fucking the total weight. I'll just do plates per side. So if I have 3 plates on side, I'll say 60. I lifted 60, and then, or if I have 2.5, I'll say 50. Which is what I'll move to in this. It's just easy to remember. I know I'm lifting 40 plus a 15, so I'm doing 55 aside. But that's for the sake of just saying that. It's not actually that, obviously, because it's in pounds. That's a 16 kilo plate, a 20.5, and a 20.5. So see how it can all add up, obviously, over the course of the set if you're doing, those small increment differences. But anyway, let's hit this and see how we go. Okay. I felt good. Felt like it was heavy, but it moved all right. You might notice I'm getting a lot more out of doing lighter weight now, especially on chest. Holy fuck. I'm getting so much more now to doing lighter weight on chest. It's crazy. And it's especially after I started focusing on stretch. Start of the off season in, I believe it was August, late August or September. I think it was late August. I pressed 4 plates for the first time ever. 4 plates for 6. And I was super happy because that's what my goal was for the off season. But I didn't get a lot from it, if I'm honest. As you see now, I'm not even doing 3 now. But my chest has grown a lot more. I'm getting a lot more out of it. And this is hard, as you can see. Like, that wasn't easy. I couldn't lift 4 plates now if my fucking life depended on it. It would be a shit lift, man. Very shit. Right, let's hit this last set here. And then move it on. Okay. Oh, chest is pumped already, which is nice. I'm going to move to a lying press now. Just the same brand as the seated one that I did in my last chest workout, my last video. Super fucking heavy. Super heavy. All right, 2 sets here. Now move it on. Fucking hell. When was the last time you used the machine? Like a lying chest press. So when was the last time you used a lying chest press that 2 plates was that much of a struggle? It's usually what you put on to start with. Like you don't even bother with one. So you put 2 straight on. Boom. Last exercise. A old school hammer strength piece. I really enjoy it. Old school's always better. Don't know what they're doing to the machines now, but fuck, all the older equipment's better. That's why we have it at rigs. That's why we all chose old hand-picked equipment at rigs. We didn't do a fucking contract with a specific manufacturer. We went out and found our own fucking machines that we thought are the best and put them in. That wasn't easy. Same thing with the newer pieces on this is, most people are doing fucking 4 plates, 5 plates on this fucking thing. And yeah, it's easier. The newer equipment is easier, which I get it because it's more appealing to most of the population. Feel good about themselves, right? If you feel good about yourself, you're going to keep going to the gym. Best equipment is the humbling stuff. I'm going to do... It's not going to be worth doing a rest pause because I'm not going to get anything out of that second little mini set. I'm going to go to a drop set. So I'll do this set, I'll take a plate off, and then I'll do that to a failure. Then I'll rest pause that. So it's going to be a drop set into a rest pause. In short, it's just like finishing off your chest. Just doing what you can to get every last little bit out of it. Do it. Don't rush to do your fucking drop sets either. What are you rushing for? You know, don't fucking wait like a normal set, but you're not achieving anything by rushing except staying out of breath. That was a very suitable amount of time. See, now it's just this. Right at the end, I'm starting to get a bit of shoulder involvement. And it's for two reasons. Like, one, you're going to get front delt anytime you do incline anyway, a little bit. And two, my chest is fucked at this point. So my shoulders are starting to come into it a little bit. Because I've just done everything I can for my chest, you know. That's why we're finished. Okay. That's over. Right, so I'll have a quick pose. I'll change this video type though, like I did last time. As you guys know, I'm filming on my fucking iPhone. I'm in cinematic mode, which I've been super happy with. Looks great, I think, but you can't adjust the lighting. So when I pose, I'll just be super washed out. It was alright this morning in check-ins because it wasn't super harsh daylight, but because I have some daylight beaming through, which looks really good when you can adjust the lighting. So I'll let that shine onto me, and I'll go into normal video mode and drag the lighting right down, and that video will look a lot better. So I'm moving to that. There we go. So we'll have a quick pose now. Have a look. This shirt is soaked. Oh. Okay. Chest is very pumped indeed. Oh, there's no lines, nothing, but it shows a good session was done. Oh yeah. Once again, that is it for me. The job is done. Session was good. Great pump, great workout as usual. And now I'm just going to go home and eat, chill the fuck out. Again, thank you for sticking with me through this one and watching. If you're enjoying, please chuck a comment down below with anything else you want to see at any time. I'm happy to answer everyone. I really appreciate the love that I've been getting from everyone through DMs and things like that have been reaching out and telling me that I'm enjoying it. It means a lot. You know, it helps me keep going, knowing that people are getting something out of this. You know, my clients know that, you know, I'm someone that when train with me, I just fucking go on rants and info dump all the time. So it's good that I can sort of get into that while I'm training and filming how that's going. So everyone that's learning stuff out of this is good to hear. I like to hear it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Stay big.